Today I am knocking out a full-on food prep session and I am bringing you along with me. I am making the staples that keep my hormones happy, that do not inflame me, that give me nice clean energy, and just make my world go round. So let me get into it because this is a particularly busy Sunday for me. Sunday is typically my food prep day, but honestly, I will food prep whenever I have the time. It is a little bit of a time investment for sure. I used to hate to do food prep, but now I look at it and I'm like, the benefits I reap from doing this are just, they are just beyond. So right now I am putting away some potatoes. These are just Yukon Gold potatoes. I love to make these every single week. Yukon Golds are my absolute favorite. They're nice and buttery and just all the things. So this morning at like 6 a.m., I threw these guys in the air fryer and cooked them until they're tender at 370 degrees. And this is what I do every single week. And then I put them in one of these reusable bags and into the fridge they go. I have them for breakfast, lunch, dinner, whenever I want. And they are just, it's such a time saver because then I don't have to worry about trying to make a potato or several potatoes and you know, we're all good. But these guys, every single week. So the thing I'm gonna work on next is my sweet potatoes. These guys were also cooked in the air fryer. I cook sweet potatoes also every single week. They're a huge staple in our house. I love them so much. And when they cook in the air fryer, they just end up being nice and caramelized, which makes them extra sweet. So we're looking at like this, if you can see that, nice and caramelized. I love it. So to make this job a little cleaner, I'm gonna put some gloves on so my hands don't get all sticky because I have more things to do. So the sweet potatoes, kind of the same thing. I throw them in the air fryer after giving them a wash and they cook at 370 degrees for, it's usually about an hour because they tend to be bigger. And I stuff my air fryer like to the max because, you know, I don't want to do a bunch of batches. I just want to get it all done. So once they have cooked and cooled, I just go in with a knife. I cut off the top and the bottom, run a little slit down, and they are super easy to peel. So this is what I end up doing. And then I just give them a super rough mash and we have sweet potatoes for the week. I am so happy. I love a sweet potato, but my husband, he goes in on some sweet potatoes. So I am just going to knock these little guys out. But honestly, like if you've been here for any amount of time, you will see that I tend to eat the same things over and over again because I have figured out along the way through trial and error what makes my body happy. More than that, it's about keeping my hormones balanced, keeping my blood sugar balanced, my cortisol happy, just everything. And these are the foods that do that for me. I pay very close attention when I eat something. And even if it's something I've eaten before, if I suddenly feel some inflammation in my body, if I feel extra tired, if I don't sleep well, I really do pay attention and I go back and kind of just assess my days, the last few days, and figure out what I have been eating that may have done that to me. So often, you know, it's not one of my staples, or it's never one of my staples. It's something that I added. So I really prioritize whole foods as much as possible. We do use canned food items from time to time, but anything that comes in a package, I really like pick the ingredient list apart and make sure that I find the things that are the absolute cleanest, that have the least amount of ingredients, and ingredients that I feel confident are not going to negatively impact me because it's not a good time. It's just not. So I have peeled my sweet potatoes. This is what these guys are looking like. I just put them in these food storage containers that I got on Amazon, and I go in with a fork. I do a rough mash, and this is how we eat them. It's really that easy. Look, I want to have the Pinterest-worthy plates and the meals that look so pretty, and they have, you know, the right swirl in the pasta, but that is just not the life I'm living. I know this about myself. It's a dream, but it's just not gonna happen. So I am realistic. I know that as long as the food tastes good, I don't super care what it looks like. You know, I have a little bit of care, but it's just all good. So that is it. That was like, what, 15 seconds to get my sweet potatoes mashed. So this is what these guys are looking like. Nice and done and mashed up. So I'm gonna get the lids for these containers, move this over to that counter, and then I'm going to take care of my rice. So let's do that. So the rice is another thing that I prepped this morning, and what I did was I threw 4 cups of rice into my Instant Pot, and then I rinsed it really, really well. I just like to I rinse it until the water runs clear, and I really like to get all those extra starches off of there. And so once I did that, I put in 5 cups of liquid. So in this case, it was 32 ounces of chicken bone broth. And I use the Kettle and Fire. I love that one. There's another brand that I use that I can't think of off the top of my head, but the Kettle and Fire, delicious. So when I make my rice in an Instant Pot, I typically do 1 1/4 cups of liquid per cup of rice. So that's what I did this morning. So for the 4 cups of Basmati rice, I did 4 cups of bone broth and then 1 cup of water. And I only did the water because I ran out of bone broth, and that's fine. So that actually soaked on the counter in the Instant Pot for like 3 or 4 hours. I think it was like 4 hours. And I do a soaking of my grains whenever possible, just to help with digestion and make sure that it's easier for my body to digest those foods, because sometimes they can just be a little bit tougher. So I do love to do that. So that hung out on the counter and soaked for like 3 to 4 hours. I think it was closer to 4. And then I cooked it. So when I make my rice in the Instant Pot, I do 4 minutes per cup. So I ended up doing 16 minutes for those 4 cups of rice. And when the Instant Pot is done cooking, I will give it 5 minutes just to naturally release the pressure. Then I will manually release the pressure. And once all of the pressure is released, I will open up that little lid, fluff the rice, and we are good to go. Okay, so I have our rice in this Instant Pot, and then I have more of these reusable bags. So these are the smaller bags, you can see, and I use the heck out of these guys. I love them so much. So by comparison, this is the large one that I use for the potatoes, and this is the smaller one that I'm gonna use for the rice. So what I love to do with the rice is I put the rice in these reusable bags, and then I will put 2 of these bags in the freezer and 1 in the fridge, and we just eat off of it until we're almost done. And when we're almost done, we'll like take a new one out of the freezer, let it thaw in the fridge, and then we eat from that one. So it's just another one of those things. Like, rice doesn't really take a long time to cook, but having it already made is such a time saver. And listen, even when I don't have very busy days or very busy weeks, it's always so nice to just be able to go into the fridge, grab food that's already made, food that I know is gonna agree with me. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to try to figure out what we're gonna have for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. I don't have to figure out what snacks are gonna be. Like, it's already done. I did the work in advance. And while it does take a little bit of preparation, it's just so nice to get it done in one session and be good to go. So right now we are in between grocery orders. We have groceries being delivered tomorrow. So this is the last of the stuff that we had in the house that I was waiting to prep. And I'm so happy that I got all this stuff done today, and I'm gonna be a little bit ahead of the game. So I will have another food prep session coming in like a couple of days that I'm just gonna have to do, but that's okay. That is a-okay. My favorite is to get the freezer stocked full of rice and our little food storage containers with chicken and ground beef and fish and sweet potatoes and whatever else we are cooking up. And it's just so nice to have that surplus in there ready to go. Because like I said, when we're running low in the fridge, we just go into the freezer, grab, and we are solid. So I have my 3 bags of rice ready to go. One of these will go into the refrigerator, the other 2 will go into the freezer. So I'm gonna put them off to the side here, and what do I have left to do? I don't even know. Let's find out. Okay, so I will show you, off the counter. I will show you some of the other things that I made today, and that is some cod and a whole chicken. So for the cod, this is 2 bags of frozen cod that we get from Whole Foods. And these are wild caught. They're fantastic, very low in fat. If you are watching your fats, they are great. So these guys, I just make sure that they thaw in the fridge. And when I'm ready to cook them, I put some, I think it's simply, I don't remember. I will put it here or in the description. But I have seasoning packets that I love. They are a fish taco flavor. And so I put that little marinade together. I put it all over the fish. And then I cook the fish in batches in the air fryer. So my air fryer can comfortably fit anywhere from 6 to 8 of these cod fillets. And I cook them at 400 degrees for 10 minutes. And then I take them out, I let them cool. And as you know, these guys are hanging out here, I have another batch going. So today I made 2 batches, and that is what these guys look like. So one of these will go into the fridge, one will go into the freezer, and as soon as we're done with this one, we will grab this one and be good to go. So let me show you our next protein and talk about this one, because this one I eat all the time, and I do mean all the time, and that is a whole chicken. So what I typically do with these guys is I season them up, and really I don't think the seasoning matters that much. It's whatever you want to do. I typically do poultry seasoning with some onion powder, garlic powder, freshly ground black pepper, and some Celtic salt. I mix all that up with a little bit of olive oil, and then I will just spread it all over the chicken inside and out. And this will hang out in the fridge in a sealed container for 1 to 2 days. I really want that flavor to really penetrate the meat, the skin, all the things. And then I cook that bad boy up. So you saw me throw it in the air fryer. When I do a chicken in the air fryer, I cook it at 370 degrees, and I cook it for 10 minutes per pound. So this guy was, I think 5, almost 6, it was 5 pounds, it was 5 pounds. So when I put it into the air fryer, I put it breast side down. And with this one, I did 40 minutes, that first round, breast side down. And then the last 10 minutes, I flipped it so it was breast side up, and I cooked it for 10 minutes at 370 degrees, and that was it. So it has just been hanging out on this plate, cooling, coming to room temperature. So that is all of our stuff and our sweet potatoes. So today I knocked out the Yukon Gold potatoes, the sweet potatoes, rice, cod, and this whole chicken. Did I do anything else? I guess I did not. That's everything. That is our food prep session for today. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you liked this video, and I really hope that you did, please make sure that you give it a thumbs up, you subscribe, and you click that notification bell, because all of that really supports my channel and it means the world to me. I will see you next time. Mwah.